Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, members of Association, dignitaries in the audience, academicians, heads of institutions, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I must thank the organizers for this wonderful event. I am happy that somebody is doing something to recognize the diversity that is in the field of education and in the diverse corners of all over India. And I'm glad that Association has taken this initiative. And I'm glad that you invited me to give away the gift. I'm very happy to be here. You know, we are going through a lot of transformation in the field of education. And I think events like this bring the focus onto it and accelerate the rate at which we are progressing. There's been so much of change that's been happening in the education sector, and we're all aware of it. Especially after the Right to Education Act had been promulgated 3 years ago, and the deadline just ended on March 31st this year. And we've seen the transformation that has happened in the school sector. We have 96% of the children who are in school today, and we're aiming at 100%. If you look at sheer numbers, it's about 230 million kids who are in school today, and that's humongous. Whole aspect of the learning outcomes in ensuring that the kids who are coming out of school have a decent standard of exposure to education and maybe some orientation about what they would like to do in life is the ultimate objective, and I hope that we will be getting there pretty fast. If you look at the other challenges before us, we are all aware of the demographic potential that this country has, but whether we are imparting the skill sets and the education that is needed to propel this country forward, and whether we can convert our human resources into true assets for the globe is something that we have to question at each stage. As far as higher education is concerned, although we've come a long way in terms of the number of institutions, it's almost 600 universities and about 33,000 colleges and almost 20 million people in colleges in higher education. Our general enrollment GER is at 18.8%, which we intend to take up to 30% by the year 2020. If you look at an average Indian today, an average Indian family today, the aspiration is to get an education. And we are seeing live examples when we go back to our constituencies, our districts, of parents mortgaging their properties or selling away their properties to ensure that their child has an education. And they see education as a means to access to opportunity. I'm glad that this diversity that is there all over India in various spheres has been recognized today. I'm sure that these spheres will grow. I'm sure that each one of us will contribute in different ways to the imparting of education, to the growth of our children, to the strengthening of our country, and that is the eventual objective towards which we should all work collectively. Thank you for this opportunity. Jai Hind.